Hey guys, now just in case you figured when I was explaining e-content for the lessons, if you felt it was a little bit rushed, maybe you ought to watch this video because this one will go in a little more detail. So why don't we go and have a look at that now? So e-content, lessons. Now, this section here, it basically, if you just read this section, it says, here you will find various outlines and resources for lessons. Need help? Please approach your teacher. Now, as a teacher, you will have full administration rights to add things to this section, and you can also remove things, and you can also rename and amend and all these things. Now, if a student goes to this page, they will not be able to, for obvious reasons, because students should only be allowed to read what's on the lesson page. But us as teachers, we can read and we can write and we can change things. Now, without further ado, let's have a look. Now, let's say, for example, I'm going to teach a Photoshop lesson. So I click Create, Class, and Subject. I type in Photoshop, and I click OK. Now, Photoshop will appear accordingly. Now, for Photoshop, you might have about 3 or 4 modules. Maybe in my case, I might have just 3. So, maybe the first week, we're going to have an introduction. So you click Create a New Lesson. Then you put, I always use the syntax of putting a number for each module so I can keep the order. So the first module could be an introduction. And you write the description of the introduction, okay? Introduce students to Photoshop. And if you want to have a step-by-step guide, you know, do this, do that, blah, 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 you just put in the steps right here. And you click OK. Now, you keep on clicking Create a New Lesson, and you do it until you have 3 modules. So I'll just do that. Okay, I've just fast-forwarded this video, and as you can see, I have made 3 sub-modules for the Photoshop module. That is very good. If in future I wanted to teach some other applications, for example, I might want to teach some programming. All right, I can do that. And I can always create lessons, create sub-modules accordingly. So I could like have another introduction. I click OK. And so forth. Now you'll notice for each sub-module there is a section that says Resources. Now the Resources is a very good tool if you want to upload some files that are beneficial to programming. Maybe there's a YouTube video or something that you want to link people to help them with this. So in order to do that, you say New Link. Let's say, for example, just pretend the link is photoshopvideo.com, and you put the description here. Then you click OK, and there's the link. So if you double click this link, it will take you to the relevant resource. And you can also add files. So maybe there's a Word document that you want to upload. So you just find the document, you click Upload, and it will copy into there accordingly. Like that. If you make a complete mess, maybe you've spelt something wrong, you click Edit Lesson Details. You can always go back and change things. You can add more, you can type a bunch of stuff, you can change things, no problem. You can also, let's say if you wanted to remove something, you could delete the lessons. So you could just remove the lessons, the ones you don't want. Okay, I'll fast forward this a little bit. Okay, I'm just about to delete the Photoshop, so I click this one, and there we have it. So that is eContent lessons. eContent lessons. This is the golden part that makes this teaching page worthwhile. So thank you very much.